And good evening, I'm Gabrielle Enright. James Brown is off. New at 11, a big conversation tonight about teen violence in Dayton. It's something we've been talking about for more than a year, and that's because the city has had 40 homicides just last year, and it said 10 of those victims were 18 or younger. Tonight we learned a nonprofit is working to change things with a podcast. News Center 7's Taylor Robertson joins us live outside the Victory Project on Troy Street. Taylor, the group has recorded several episodes, but the first one was all about youth violence.
Gabby, lots of people hear about violence on the news and on social media, but many of the kids that are showing up here to Victory Project live it.
The motto of VP is pretty much strong men makes hard times easier, but weak men make hard times.
Timothy and his three co-hosts, Yakir, Caden, and Desmond, all came to Victory Project to avoid one thing.
The streets is like basically having a child before marriage, getting a criminal history, and dropping out of school.
But not long after they walked through these doors, they built an unbreakable bond.
The bond that I share with all my friends here, it's more so a different day every day, if that makes sense, because they're around. You know, it makes me feel a lot more comfortable, more around others. It's easier to openly be myself, if I'm being honest.
It's one of the reasons the founder of Victory Project, Monty Bush, thought a podcast would be a great outlet for these kids to share their view of things impacting them.
Nobody can tell the story better than they can.
The co-hosts had to apply and go through an interview process to be hired, and they get paid.
They're taking it very serious because this is just another, tool or platform or vehicle for them to share their stories and their perspectives, which often gets lost in all the other noise.
Without this podcast, how do you guys feel like you would kind of express your opinions or feelings about growing up here?
Usually just talking to friends, family. Like this podcast has given us opportunities to speak more freely and open to the world. I like, being able to talk about different things that's happening and then share the story.
Welcome to the Victory Project podcast.
They can add to the conversation. Most people kind of discard the youth in lots of ways, maybe consciously and subconsciously, but they usually have a lot of good insight and they have some good opinions that can be heard and applied.
This afternoon, the co-hosts were planning their next episode. Bush tells me that they want to put out a new 30-minute episode every single week. We're live in Dayton. Taylor Robertson, News Center 7.
All right.